Angami Youth Organization bra aji media logot kotha kurina Kohima de local or original taxi khange unregulated permit dia upor concern raise kurisha ro sob taxi permits laga documents kan verify kurubole shuru hobo kushe AYO bra kushe ki permits kan do Kohima Regional Transport Office bra issue kure holebi tade kunba loopholes aro discrepancies ase AYO bra janaishi ki taxi permits laga documents kan verify kura do June 24 bra shuru kurigina June 28 te jabo AYO bra sob taxi malik khanke verification drive la homoy ahibole kuisha aro judi directive mananai kule consequence samna kurubo koina warn kurse AYO bra assert kurishi ki taxi permits laga verification drive to competent authority lokat consult kurina lobole ase AYO bra kota kura details saisabo.
Today's press conference is particularly being called in regard to the local and regional taxi permits that are being issued. For some few months, in fact, for almost a year, we have been doing some research and then analyzing in regard to the taxis that are applying in our state. The major concern that we are facing here is the traffic congestion that we are facing on a regular basis. And the other thing is that the unregulated issue of local and regional taxis. Majority of the taxi permits which are issued is being observed that it is given from the Kohima Regional Transport Office. However, there are certain loopholes and then discrepancies which needs to be streamlined. So from the Unregulated Organization of Issuance, we have formed a committee that have been doing extensive research, and then there are some findings, and then there are some measures which might help in easing the traffic congestion, as well as to regulate for issuing of more transparent and more genuine taxi permits. We have been consulting the various members of our Regional Transport Authority, starting from the administration to our Regional Transport Officer. So the others, I would like to request our colleagues and the committee members to take the time one after the other.
As per our research, we have found out that after the ban of issue of taxi permit since 2022 on 6th of June, it's been 3 years. Within a span of 3 years, we have found out that more than 300 taxi permits have been issued. We'd like to put a question to the concerned authority how these permits are being issued against the standing order of the government. Now coming back to the exercise that we are going to take, I would like to give a schedule of our checking of the taxi permit. The checking of the documents of the permits shall be done on 24th of June, which will culminate on 28th. So on the day 24th of June, we request the particular taxis to arrive to the IO office at 9 a.m. The taxi stands mentioned for day 1, that is 24th of June, will be taxis plying in New Reserve Area, Lire CRPF Camp, AG, BOC, Jaffa Hotel, Jail Colony, Agri and Forest, and Paramedical. So all those taxis who are having their stand in these particular colonies will come and do verification on 24th of June, beginning at 9 a.m. On day 2, we shall be having verification for taxis plying in Chanmari, PWD, town area. The town area includes Pulbari, NST, TCP, Hospital Colony, Old MLA Hostel Junction, Local Ground Area, and Raja Point. On day 2, that is on 25th of June. On day 3, 26th of June, The taxis to come for verifications are High School area, Kika Colony, Secretariat area, and ISBT. Day 4 and Day 5, that is 27 and 28, we reserved it for regional taxis. Regional taxis plying in all the zones of this Kohima district, including the taxis plying from Kohima to Dimapur. So all these regional taxis and other local taxis who are not plying in a specific parking. So we request all these, the taxi owners as well as the drivers to keep in mind the specific dates and come for verification.
Regarding taxi, it's not transferable, as we know. So, in regard to the transferable of taxi permit, we are going to check on that also. And we would like to request the owner of the taxi to bring their Aadhaar card and necessary vehicle documents for registration. And for the drivers, we would like their driving license numbers and their Aadhaar card as well.
We are thankful to the India fraternity for always being very cooperative with the Angami organization. After taking charge of the IU office in the year 2023 under the able leadership of our president, Professor Christopher Lutu, this was one concern which he also raised it in the very first meeting as a very important agenda. We have also done our research on our part in reaching out to the concerned authorities, some individuals who are experts in this, and also we have been doing so till this day. We have come to a point that it is time to go for an extensive taxi verification drive. Some of the reasons why we are going ahead with this, we have heard cases of lots of irregularities in issuing of taxi permit. Another issue is we have heard cases of taxi permits stated by our committee member, Savi Shohu, being transferred to the second or third party. That indigenous Naga citizen here will just get the permit and transfer it to another person. We have also had cases of double permits. Maybe this we also have to look at that. We also trying to study it better, but we have also heard complaints that there have been lapses from the concerned authority or the concerned or the authority issuing the taxi permit. So again, all this part, the organization has a concern that genuine and transparent, by issuing genuine and transparent taxi permits, we can at least encourage or help in the move towards providing employment to our Nada youth. That is also one reason that we also would like to stress. And as our president stated, that the random issuing of taxi permits all these years is also adding a lot of problems to traffic congestion in Kohima. And this is one area where the Kohima Smart City Development also being emphasizing on this. So we also want to go on this. The date has been mentioned by a committee member, Vipu Zashimo, that we will start the taxi verification drive starting from 24th, that is Tuesday to Saturday. We are expecting the cooperation of all the taxi permit holders to come and at least meet us on this day. Non-compliance, we are going to have an extensive duty in those members or those holders, because if they don't come forward, then there is something wrong with them. That means that either their genuine taxi permit has been transferred to somebody or somebody else who else. So I'm going to get to know better on this. And to go ahead with this, as our president stated, we are also going ahead with the taxi verification drive in consultation with the regional transport office and also the district administration.
So you mean to say they have given you the authority to conduct this verification?
One thing we also should know on this is that we have been all our concerned stakeholders to this to solve the problems, at least in the traffic congestion taxi permit also. They have also been trying their best maybe, but there have been lapses. So maybe in consultation with this, we will also want to, all of us are responsible for providing a good ambience, at least for the Kohima smart city, Kohima city. So this is one concern that we have raised, and they have given their consent to let us go ahead with this.
In consultation with the ANTA, the administration, the traffic, the police as well.
General Secretary has given a brief reply to your query. IU is a non-governmental organization. However, when it comes to coordination of district functioning, it is very clear that in most of the committees under the district, IU is a nominee or is a member of various committees when it comes to the welfare of the district. Here, we have, as said, we have had extensive discussion with the former Deputy Commissioner, Sir Ramnikant, as well as the incumbent DC has been briefed about this issue. The RTO has also been briefed on this issue. The issue has also been highlighted to the traffic police as well. So it is not about giving the authorization to IU from any authority, but it is an exercise being carried for the welfare of all of us, taking into confidence as well as taking into the suggestions of the administration and the government agencies as well. So let us not take it in a way as authorization, but it is in consultation with the competent authority. I think this should be the right term. And then Amigan सब मनोलागा convenient घने नगमिस पर सबसे brief पड़ा. अंगमी organization दो ले दो taxi permit खान 24 वाला 28 June तो checking रुगला से date खान आरो colony खान taxi stand खान कुन तो किते है बोला के आमी लागी दा आमी खान लाकोली के June बड़ा पार वाला कोई दिसे itu ahigina nakurishe bule do muihan so apni khan khane du paule lada bolabo kile mane itia taxi sa hisab te bule do taxi laga first criteria to bule do apni khan permit bi dikhi daibo itu do non transferable ase permit to bule do itia ki howa ase bule do taxi permit khan apni cholai thakine bigir goine second hand kuria lagai to bi bishi business ekta hoi jaise aro taxi permit to ki hoise bule do 6 July 2022 ora bond grigina re nauli bi joa sal RTA ekta file gura do joa sal to te hobe 300 plus taxi permit issue grigina ase aro itu kan unregulated ase itu bara itia taxi sabi ek sal bitore 300 plus taxi permit issue guria itu bi ban gurina thakala time ekta re to ininga itu la age sal kan kiman taxi permit issue grigina re itu kan bi bus streamline gula na ase ownership non transferable ase itu bara apni kan laga driver kan aro gari malik kan ahi gine apni kan laga supporting documents kan itu ami ase koi gine apni laga documents officially government bara ki recognize kore itu lui gine ahi gine ami kan odai bar log pai gine ami kan sob manu karne bal bole karne itu pura ase tai registration dimapur hobi mokchung hobi woka hobi as long as you are applying ami kan laga town kan de ami kan laga cities kan de iki logo de service dia ase bushi bole do apni kan ke morom barai do egine verify kori dibe itu to bole do ami kan sob laga convenience karne aro transparency thaki bola karne apni kan sob aro ami kan bole ke traffic jam to bishi ache lage traffic jam unregulated vehicles kan commercially applied bra kan itu kan ami kan sob streamline kori do ami kan khani ba aram ho apni kan khani ba aram ho to karne itu exercise to bole do ami kan guru bole do ami kan laga society aro general public laga is aro transparency aro ki jane itu exercise ba jogai so level kali portion ami kan taxi permit lebi olop ba regulate kuri gine itia ami kan scooty permit kan kiniga pa ase itinga is na transparency kumba bi suggest kurule aro recommend gula gule la time bi para itu gora itu exercise te sob ke ba participate kuri gine ko asa aro owner na hoi gine ahi gine apni misa bara ami la naam aro अपनी लगा claims kan tade sign kore na thake rakhi je bole do apni ke ji holi bi durugula ase taxi stand apni la gari kuda bola ase tade kan sob jina jana ase to ora misa koi gina aigine apni laga wrong claim na dibi kila mane ek din apni ke dure je bole do itu laga responsibility sob kun sign kore gina tala pore jabo itu ora malik na hoi bole do nahi bi gina mas pora ko ase aro itu gari kan bole do ami kan pichire discuss korbo genuine kan ki ase itu kan ami kan car pass ekta banai gina ase not car pass only verified laga sticker ekta banai gina ase Inia gonna itu sticker do biledo gari laga windshield de dibo. Inia gonna itu kan. This will be the official IO. We have not even given IO also, but verified kurigina asa. For every sticker there is a serial number. Itu serial number do biledo itu temporary grow na paribo serial number ekta hai asa aro piche de gari number digina rakhibo aro signature aro seal thakibo passenger han pola do bilebe itu gari number aro tai laga sticker do teli goina na gore itu bi amana laga passengers aro consumer han gibi itu aware thakibi goigina through this press conference itu bi apni kan ke share kori dia jai.
Another point which we can add is that we have also heard cases of some taxi drivers not having driving license and driving in the town. So I think this is also going to come to our verification. So we can put I think on this also.
Any rough idea how many taxis are flying between Kohima, be it local or regional?
Yes, actually, so far what we get information from RTA, there are 3,262 local and regional taxi. They are active here in Kohima. And about 15 years, 689. They are applying in Kohima. That's what we got information from RTO. The total is 3,951.
The 600 case.
15 years and above.
15 years and above.
Their permit has already crossed 15 years.
Taxi permit.
And then be assured that anta full team logode bohine discuss kora laga itu issue do ledo tai kan ulebe itu issue ownership laga ulebe tai kan laga driver kan welfare kan so taking into consideration anta logode ulebe bala consultative meeting yede anuhan angan ye organization office te bohi gina hai itu exercise undertake kore ase. And then we will also be requiring more of their support and cooperation in the days of our exercise. And then the drivers kindly abdihan laga anta laga ID driver laga ID ni bhi logina hibe.
Taxis khange clear bara janibole diase verified sticker to gari de thaki jabo. All the taxis, those who did not acquire this verified sticker in their car will not be permitted to fly within Kohima district. It will janibole thaki.
So, you said that 300 permits were issued even after the ban on the issue of the. So, what are you going to do with that 300? So, what did you consult with those?
That we have given an RTI, and then that is the response that we have received. We are yet to take any certain call on that number of vehicles, but what we have been told is that NL01TA 703 NL01TA 0703 is the last number which was issued before 6 July 2024. 2022 July 6. So before that, those vehicles verification will be done, and then registration, those numbers falling after that, we will have to have further consultations before taking any decision on the vehicles having the registration after 0703.
So you say you didn't have any discussion with the authorities on this matter?
No. We have just filed an RTA, and then we have received that RTA reply.
So now the taxi profits that you are talking about, you are saying all the taxis, even the more showing or not whatever, but they will be having their own registration in their own districts. So, but coming to Kohima also means that they will have to come here.
No, see, for example, the Mokchung regional taxis, they fly and then they have their stand here in Kohima. If they so wish that, they wish to come and have their own vehicles verified as well, I think it is most welcome. And then it will be a gesture that they are also showing their solidarity and then their cooperation towards this verification drive.
But there is no need for them as such.
As such, but for the zonal taxis flying, other than regional taxis, zonal taxis will be compulsory, local taxis will be compulsory. But regional, they can have their own option. especially those 7-seater vehicles, inter-district. Other than that, there's no taxis which are flying from Kohima to Chumu, or for that matter from Dimapur to Gaspani, or Medikama, or for that matter Chumgidima to Kohima or Chumgidima to Dimapur. They will have to come and verify.
itu Kohima registered wakanda itu ane.
So any verification charges will be taken?
It will be a nominal amount. It will just be a nominal amount. At the most, the expenditures for the printing course and then the volunteers that will be taking care of the exercise. It will just be a nominal amount.